growing up, every year we would go to look at Christmas decorations, and all the cool houses, they always had those wood cutouts in the front yard of the cartoon characters. I always thought those were the coolest houses, and when I grew up and got my own house, I really wanted to get some of those wood cutouts for my front yard, but I didn't know where to get them. So eventually I just ended up taking a shot at making my own, and surprisingly they came out pretty good. They weren't perfect, but they definitely got the job done. The wood cutouts of the cartoon characters were always just used for Christmas time, but last year I made a couple of real Ghostbusters characters for Halloween. So this year I thought I would take a stab at doing a Return of the Living Dead cutout, and I thought you guys might be interested in seeing the process of how I do it. Now, a couple of things before we get started. Number one, I would love to tell you guys what kind of wood I use, but the thing is, I've used a different wood every year. It's kind of a trial and error trying to figure out which wood works the best. I will say this, you should definitely get something that's been sanded. This year I'm using a sanded wood and it's definitely making all the difference in the world. Number two, I definitely recommend putting a couple of coats of primer on the wood before you get going. It makes painting so much easier. All right, let's go out to the garage and get started. You can either freehand your design right onto the wood, or you can use a projector. Some people might consider this cheating, but I promise you it's not as easy as you would think. Using the projector just helps you to get your basic outline, but afterwards you're still going to have to go in there and freehand most of the details. Now it's time to cut out the design. Most of you should be able to handle this. You just take a jigsaw and cut right along the outline. Now for me, I don't have a lot of patience, so this is kind of a big task for me, but most people should be able to handle this no problem. One thing I'll tell you is, cutting on top of a trash can probably isn't the right way to do it. Once you've got it cut out, it's time to go back and freehand all the details. Then you can start painting. If you're using cheaper paints, you're definitely going to have to do 2 or 3 coats. Once you're done painting, it's time to go back and outline every little detail. You want to make sure that all the lines are nice and thick so that everything stands out. Alright, so that's going to do it. Tomorrow after the paint completely dries, I'll put a couple of layers of spray can clear coat over it just to protect the paint. It's not perfect, but I really like the way it came out. I mean, if you look at this and the movie poster side by side, obviously it doesn't look exact, but there's a lot of detail in this design. All in all, I really love it. I really like the way it came out. Probably next week I'm going to do another video showing our front yard and the Halloween decorations that we've put up, so you'll get a chance to see what this looks like at night along with all the other decorations we've done this year. Hopefully you guys like this video. Don't forget to subscribe. See you next time.